Now imagine how crazy it is to date a big star. Seeing Nick's disappointed face, Ella was about to explain. And just like that, the two said goodbye, but the handsome guy at the door caught on, and just when Nick was about to turn away, the staff pounced on her like a prize. They begged Nick to interview all the actors, and though Nick felt reluctant, she had to bite the bullet and take on this daunting task. Going through a series of exhausted, Nick stepped out, but the staff didn't let up and found her again. Nick's mouth was drier than a fish stick, but her actual actions were incredibly honest. This time, the staff members didn't come to create any disturbances. Surprisingly, they led her straight to Ella's room, and Nick's spirits instantly lifted, understanding that she was on the verge of meeting this renowned star. Nick totally forgot it was his sister's birthday, but luckily Ella was a sweet girl and offered to throw a birthday bash for her sister together. And so, Nick brought Ella home to meet the folks, but as soon as they stepped inside, Nick's brother started grilling. Her brother was left speechless, as he couldn't believe that the little brother he always looked down on actually brought a big star home. Ella was used to scenes like this, so she didn't really care, but she felt an unprecedented warmth while hanging out with Nick's family. At the dinner table, the family discussed Nick's unemployment and marriage. The atmosphere turned awkward. Noticing Nick looked a bit uncomfortable, Ella took the opportunity to share her story, admitting that her acting career was no bed of roses. Before she turned 19, her life was a wreck. She couldn't even afford a meal, and she was determined to change her fate. She bravely underwent 2 surgeries, then her career peaked. However, time is a woman's worst enemy. Now Ella could only play roles of sad middle-aged women. She also revealed that she had a few less than ideal relationships, one of which involved a boyfriend who even pretended to support her. Hearing this, everyone was stunned. They had no idea this glamorous superstar had such a heartbreaking past. After the dinner, Nick took Ella for a stroll to her favourite childhood haunts, and memories seemed to whisk her back to her young days. Nick was undoubtedly a soft guy, which made Ella a bit uncomfortable, so she decided to let Nick take a backseat. Anna, let me tell you, that's tougher than it sounds, but you've got to seize opportunities. She unleashed her suppressed potential. Under the haze of misty night, their feelings rapidly heated up. Ella passionately kissed Nick, once again a genuine display of emotion this time. They fully immersed themselves in love, watching movies together, sharing romantic dinners, and strolling through the streets of London. This time spent together allowed Ella to shed the heavy burdens of being a star and return to her true self. But during one dinner, Nick overheard gossip about Ella, with one guy shamelessly bragging about their relationship, too much for Nick to bear. Nick fired back with some witty comebacks that had everyone rolling with laughter. Ella quickly sensed the situation and pulled Nick to. However, surprisingly, she turned back. As soon as Ella appeared, the gossipers were silenced, and then Nick escorted Ella back to her hotel. After tasting strawberries, Nick rushed upstairs and knocked. A dramatic scene unfolded. The guy walked out of the room, and Nick's heart felt like it was stabbed by a knife, but wanting to spare Ella's feelings, she quickly lied, saying she was rooms. To her surprise, the guy casually asked her to take out the trash, then proceeded to hug Ella intimately, leaving Nick's heart feeling like it was being ripped apart. Nick ultimately left that heartbreaking place, wandering the streets like a lost soul, her silhouette appearing so lonely that it evoked pity. Friends began looking for new partners for her, but Nick knew deep down that her heart wasn't ready for new love yet. Meanwhile, rumors about Ella were flying around. The media exposed her romance with that guy, and Nick just chuckled in indifference. She was determined to start a new life, but at that moment, Ella appeared before Nick again, revealing to her. The media exposed her romance in early sexy photos. Now reporters chase her, forcing her to seek refuge with Nick. Seeing Ella with tear-streaked cheeks, Nick felt a surge of compassion, deciding to offer her a safe haven. As Ella's emotions gradually settled, she sincerely apologized to Nick and explained that her feelings for her ex-boyfriend had completely. She planned to break up at the right time, but her boyfriend found her that night, hurting Nick. Now, they are completely done. After hearing all this, Nick felt a bit relieved, but ironically, their conversation was overheard by her roommate. In the days that followed, Nick helped Ella practice lines on the sofa, quietly enjoying reading. During this, they occasionally glanced at each other, deepening their feelings, ultimately sharing an unforgettable night. Good times are always short-lived. When Nick opened the door in the morning, a wave of reporters surged in, and she was utterly shocked by the sight. Just then, Ella happened to walk by. Nick wanted to alert her, but it was too late, and they snapped a photo of her before she was ready. All right. They got a shot of me looking like this. I didn't really mind, but Ella was in complete panic. After frantically calling her assistant, Ella suddenly realized that it was Nick's roommate who leaked her whereabouts. I don't know what happened. Me too. So one of your friends seriously thought they could ignore my whereabouts? No way. Really? This morning, the whole UK media was reporting on it. I know where Anna Scott is, in that house with the blue door on the mountain, and then you walked out in that dramatic outfit to avoid me. Running into more fakers. Now I've been duped again. I'm just a girl with a boyfriend. Let's escape. You take me away. In her emotional turmoil, Ella said some harsh words, but Nick didn't take them to heart. She just thought her reaction was a bit over the top and suggested she brush it off, but Nick couldn't understand since their environments were completely different. Ella couldn't be as carefree as her. Her words and deeds were scrutinized, and scandals easily dug up by reporters. So she couldn't easily let go of anything that happened. Guys, close the video, and don't forget to like and subscribe.